Many thanks for staying here on Newsdesk. Some more stories now. And police in the central region on Thursday picked up 13 Pakistani nationals at Asin Fosu over suspicion that they could be terrorists. Now, the 13 who claim to be Ahmadiyya sect missionaries are said to have arrived in the country 6 months ago and have been preaching in villages across the country. They were picked up Thursday morning while moving from Asin Nyankumasi to Asin Fosu in the central region. Asin Fosu District Police Commander DSP Samulos in Tojo News, the foreigners are currently in the custody of the Ghana Immigration Service while investigations continue. He revealed his units picked up the 13 Pakistani nationals upon a tip-off around 9 a.m. Thursday. However, during the interrogation, police could not tell if they were in the country legally or not. So they subsequently called in the Ghana Immigration Service to check on their status in the country, DSP Lawson added. Meanwhile, the Immigration Service told Joy News its preliminary investigations indicates that there is no cause for alarm. Raymond Bahe, who speaks for the Ghana Immigration Service Training School in the Central Region, said their investigations confirmed the claim by the Pakistanis that they are on a mission to preach Islam to communities across the country. There's an interesting twist to it, however, because the Ahmadiyya Muslim mission here in Ghana is denying knowledge of that. So joining me in studio now to help us understand really what might be wrong in this entire process is Ahmed Anderson, who is the General Secretary of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission right here in Ghana. He joins me now in studio to help us understand a few more things. Many thanks for your time and thanks for joining us here.
Thank you for having me.
So you are denying knowledge of these persons? You do not have anything to do with them?
Completely. We do not have any connection with any group of people who will go around preaching Islam. They have every right to preach Islam if they are Muslims, but to connect them to Ahmadiyya when the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission has no knowledge of such people is unfortunate. But indeed, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission has not invited any such group of people from any part of the world to preach in the central region as far as this issue is concerned.
So you haven't invited any groups from Pakistan or any other country?
We have not invited any group of people like that, and we have no idea of such people and how they entered the country and what they are doing.
Why then would anyone make a linkage between these persons and yourself?
It is very unfortunate. That is why we are also surprised, because we know that the police, as well as immigration, are very much aware of the establishments of Ahmadiyya in this country. They know our offices. They have every channel to reach the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission to verify whether or not these people who claim to be Ahmadis are indeed Ahmadis. And unfortunately, the police and immigration did not do that, and that is what we are also surprised, that they didn't do that. Because the immigration particularly knows that any time we are inviting any group of people to this country, we go through them. The people concerned will write first to us. We will issue them with the invitation and then go through, for them to go through their visa application, get them before they come. When they come, their first point of call is the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission headquarters here in Accra. And then we would assign them a duty. We will be responsible for their upkeep, and wherever they go, we will be aware. And we will assign them the duties to do and which part of the country they will do that. So we are saying that we do not know any such group of people. We have no idea about how they came to the country. We don't know them, and that in fact, if indeed the people claim that they are Ahmadis, that is also problematic. We would have to go into that. How come they say they are Ahmadis? And I doubt very well if they did say they are Ahmadis.
But I'm just looking at this. You've told us how the system operates, how your system works. But isn't, for instance, if I'm Christian and I choose to travel outside the country and evangelize anywhere else, I don't know what stops me from doing that. Do I need to necessarily, because say I'm Protestant, do I need to necessarily write a letter to the Protestants group there just so I can get clearance to evangelize?
Well, that is, you have raised a very nice issue. In this country, everybody has the right to preach, whether he's a Christian or a Muslim or whatever faith the person professes. He can go about preaching his mission. But I'm telling you that if they were Ahmadi Muslims, Ahmadiyya has a structure, and we have a way of doing things, so that if you are inviting anybody to this country to come and preach, the person will definitely come through Ahmadiyya headquarters. he would have come upon our invitation. We would have assigned the person a station and a duty to perform. And so we would definitely be aware of what the person is doing. But besides that, no Ahmadi anywhere in the world would just come to the country in the name of coming to preach without first seeking clearance from the Ahmadiyya mission, from the Ahmadiyya headquarters. That will not happen. If anybody is a Christian, is a Protestant, and comes to the country to preach, he doesn't need to go through the Protestant council or Pentecostal council or whatever council. They may not need to. But I'm saying that as far as Ahmadiyya is concerned, anybody coming to preach, if he's coming to do his private business, that is different. But if he's coming in the name of Ahmadiyya to come and preach, he will definitely come to Ahmadiyya mission.
So it's not possible that these 13 persons are
Ahmadis. It is not possible. It is not possible.
Do you have any such people in the country, people who have gone through the system you speak of and are currently in the country embarking on these exercises?
Oh, yes. We have Ahmadis who are Pakistanis who are in this country. A few of them.
And how long have they been here?
Some of them have been here for 10 years. Some have been here for... some have served and gone. They keep coming. Currently, we have, in some of our regions, the regional missionaries being Pakistanis. Those are possible. Those ones are there. But people going around preaching, and we have preachers in this country, yes. The people we send to go out there for outreach programs mostly are even Ghanaians. Yes, on a few occasions you may find 1 or 2 Pakistanis joining them. But that one, you even see that, yes, he's in the company of Ghanaians, doing that job, without him going out there all alone by himself. That is not the way we operate in this country. Okay,
so let me find out from you. From where you sit, is there a reason for concern?
Yes, there is reasons for concern. And the reason is that, first of all, there is Islamophobia all over the world. And again, some Muslims themselves have given cause for worry in many countries because of their activities. If you remember, just in this Easter period, in Pakistan, there was some suicide bombing when Christians were having their Easter festivities, and over 60 to 70 people were killed. So if you have Muslims perpetrating such acts, it gives a cause for concern. So when you find Muslims in this country and you don't know how they came in and you don't know what they are doing, then it is problematic. We do not have any reason why we should go against the security for doing their job. But what we are saying is that the security must also be circumspect in whatever they are doing.
But they are saying there's no cause for worry. So why do you believe we...
No, because of the initial information that was put out there. These people are terrorists, they are suspected to be terrorists, and they were picked up. So if you put out that information initially, then I would say that is it because they are Muslims and they don't have the right to preach, and so you pick them up and say they are terrorists, only to find out that they are not terrorists after all and there's no cause for alarm. How many people will now hear the second information that they are not terrorists? The first one that went out, many have already taken it. That is the cause where we are worried about.
So as things stand now, we are trying to get in touch, let me add, that we are trying to get in touch with our correspondent in the central region who's been monitoring a few things, particularly the activities of these persons. We are trying to reach him for a word on this particular one. We've been unsuccessful so far. We're still working the lines. Once we have him, we'll bring you that very update. But maybe let me take a final word from you on this. How much of a problem is this for the Islamic sects, the Ahmadiyya sect?
It is so much of a problem because we are well known in this country. We are well known for our peaceful nature. We are all well known for the services we render for this country, and that we will not do anything to tarnish that image we have already earned for ourselves. And we will not do anything to endanger the security of this country. So if anybody is found to be doing something that has security implications, and the person is connected to Ahmadiyya, and no proper investigation is made, and information is just put out there, then it is worrisome. And that is why we are...
So I believe you've made it known to the police, all these things you've just told us.
The police, unfortunately, have not contacted us.
The police hasn't contacted you?
No, they have
since this whole issue
came up, there has been no call from the police nor the immigration. We got to know of it this morning. I probed online to find out what was happening, so I had to find a way of reaching Joy Newsroom, and I spoke to Joy FM this morning about this issue, and that's how come I am even here as at this time. So that is how we got the information, and now we are reacting to it.
But seeing that you are so worried about it, why not take the information to the police?
Yes, so we will take it up. I will take it from the house. I drove in here straight to respond to this call. So after this, we will take up the issue with the police.
Okay. All right. We'll keep our eyes on that and bring viewers a lot more. But many thanks for your time on News Desk this morning. And indeed, that was Ahmed. Ahmed Anderson. Ahmed Anderson, who is the General Secretary of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission here in Ghana. He's been telling us a lot more about those 13 Pakistanis whom we were initially told were Ahmadis who were in the country preaching, but apparently they are distancing themselves from those 13 persons. They are saying that they have no such relations with the people, and indeed they do not even know where these people are coming from, their whereabouts, what it is they are doing. So they have no ties with them whatsoever, and that they will be following this issue up with the police. We'll be keeping an eye on this and be bringing you a lot more a bit later on. But away from that, let's head to the courts.